Hi everyone. I started filming for about 5 minutes and then I cut it and I thought I'm gonna start again. I need to ease myself into this episode, I think, rather than trying to be, it was wooden, I could feel it, right? So welcome to Becoming the GOAT. This is episode 12 and it's called The Rebuild. So this is 3 months since episode 1 to now. So much stuff has happened. It's been absolutely insane. And let me just offload for a minute before I do anything. I think I just need to get into chatting. So I have been having a really hard time. I haven't been going live. I haven't been doing the work I would do. I haven't been going live. I've been keeping up with the collective, but I haven't really been pushing it as much as I should be. I should be fucking full throttle, pushing constantly, time day in day out, and I haven't really been doing that. And I've been moving, like I've just been all over the place. As you can see, my background keeps changing, where I am keeps changing, right? There's reasons for that, yeah, so which I'll go into in a minute. But like all this stuff's been going on, loads of things, one thing after another, and it's just made me go, like, just go right into, I've been having panic attacks. So I have a panic disorder anyway, I think everyone knows this. I've been having panic attacks. My mental health has been taking its toll. It's more the panic attacks. And I have just been a little bit all over the place. And I think one of the main things about all of it, which my goal this week is to just think, fuck it. I've got a couple of days of sorting stuff out. By Wednesday, we should be in a really good place, well, in somewhere. And then I can just come back to doing the do again, yeah? But it's like, it's very difficult for me at the minute because of all that stuff. And the reason why is because I don't feel equipped as a person to come on and try and be like, oh guys, hope, and oh, your estrangement journey and everything. I mean, I can talk about my estrangement journey very easy, actually. So I don't know why I'm like, you know, because I am estranged. I do that, you know, I chose to put myself first because of toxic situations. But I think one of the things about that, it's like I'm wrapping two things up together, and I really shouldn't because they're two separate things. But I've said this a lot. When you grow up in trauma, right? Toxic childhood situations, you know, big bad families, shit, and all that kind of stuff, yeah. What happens is you will gravitate towards people that aren't good for you, yeah? So that's what happens. You gravitate towards these people who aren't good for you, right? And I have done that in relationships, and I don't just mean with partners. I'm coming on to partners, so I mean in friendships. Bad friends, man. People that just take advantage. I'm vulnerable. People take advantage time and time again, and all of this stuff, and all these people, and it's like, my gosh, yeah? And then obviously the obvious one is partners. Like, think about the partners you've chosen in your life, right? Your partners. If you've got kids with the person, I obviously don't. I'm talking about my ex-husband here, by the way. If you've got kids with partners, ex-partners, what they were like. The partners you've had in your life, what they were like. You know, the bad fucking behaviour, the gaslighting, the manipulation, the fucking abuse, yeah? All that kind of stuff, right? And it's that parallel. So I think what's happened to me is it's like a parallel of relationships. So the parallel, which I realised from therapy, is the parallel of my relationship with my mother, is the parallel of my relationship with my ex-husband. The same. And also a bit with my father, my ex-husband, the same. And I think, wow, how fucking stupid could you be? Now I'm being really harsh on myself here, and I need to give myself a lot of grace. But so let me just say and give you a little bit of a life update. I was married. I'm also going to give you a bit of a confession. We'll get to that, so just keep that in mind. I'm coming for a confession, right? But to stay tuned. But it's going to be in the next couple of minutes. Anyway, I was married in this relationship, and now if you know me, especially if you see me go live, I go live on TikTok a lot, and I talk about a lot of things quite openly, just because I do, right? I kind of just don't feel like I've got anything to hide. It is what it is. I just don't, you know, this is who I am, right? And talk about my ex, and again, the parallel, it's like this is like the change has come over from me doing a lot of therapy. Every week I've been going therapy, week in, week out, week in, week out, week in, week out. Been talking about my ex-husband a lot during therapy, a lot. And also I believe that the distance of me not of us, you know, me being separated, it's just, it made a massive difference to them, see stuff and talk about things. Anyway, when I was on TikTok live and when I was going to therapy, I was talking about this man and just saying, oh, he's been really good to me. Oh, we're amicable. You know, oh, he's a really nice guy. Oh, he's been really good to me. You know, or to be honest, I would never do it on live, right? But in therapy, I would say, oh, but he's done this, this, and this, and this, and this to me. I started doing that later on in the lives. This and this to me, right? And then, but he's a really nice guy. And I keep saying it, oh, but he's a really nice guy. Oh, but he's a really nice guy, you know, and all that kind of stuff. And then what I realised is I started also doing it on TikTok, saying, oh, he's done something to me which I didn't like, or I'd make a video where I was crying, and those videos were like just on camera, but that is what would happen to me off camera. It's been happening to me for years. I'd be crying, I'd ask him to do something, he'd fucking scream at me. The last time, one of the videos is on my page, yeah, where I've gone to IKEA, I've asked this man for help, yeah, and he's fucking screamed at me. And a part of this is, it's like, but I had this real need in the previous time to want to like protect his image. I don't know why. Like, I'm like, oh, he's been so good to me, and me referring back to the big good to me that he's been all them fucking years ago. We've been together fucking over 10 years, maybe 11 years, fucking in year 1, day dot, when he was good to me. And like protected his image coming online and just trying to make it look very, very nice, like a nicey split. And in the beginning it was a nicey split. But listen to this shit, like the mentality of me, like this man, so the confession, we are not actually divorced, right? We are in the process of getting divorced, but this man will not give me a divorce, right? I just said for ease, like just to make, and I don't know why I did that, yeah? Because it's like, I suppose it's like this, like, what's the word? The word perception. And you know, to be fair, in the beginning, let me just look again. Like the split, it was, you know, I say it was easy. It was like I left. I had to. There was a lot of stuff. I say the split was easy. That's me gaslighting myself. This man, I got really ill, and this man just couldn't handle it. I got really ill, and this man couldn't handle it. Anyway, there's a lot of story, there's different stuff around that, and you know, we were distant, and anyway, we ended up separating, and you know, all that kind of stuff, and I think as the separation went on, it got worse. The behaviour was already bad, but the behaviour got worse, and I eventually moved out of the flat. I couldn't afford to pay anymore. The long story, we ended up living in this flat. I couldn't afford to pay anymore. I had to move out, and then ended up going on with the council. And with that, I then got into that cabinet. It took me ages. It took me a long time. I only got into a council property, temporary accommodation, last year. It took me ages, and I was ill. And this is the thing that my mum says, when I come online, I'm really happy and bubbly, but behind camera, I'm fucked. My mobility's fucked. I'm ill. I can't cope mentally, all that kind of stuff, yeah. But one of the things, you probably think, why the fuck would you tell people online that you're divorced? We're going through it, do you know what I mean? We said we're going through it. I just wanted it to sound very clean. Like, and I also just this perception of, oh, you know, I was married, I'm not married anymore. We split quite, you know, amicably. You know, he's a nice guy. He's done a lot for me. The mindset in the background, yeah, in the background, I left the flat when I got put in temporary accommodation. This man was then in the flat, and I was paying the bills still. So I'd left, he was in there, I was paying the bills in the flat. This man was just fucking manipulating me into paying all the bills still. I had no, you know, like all of that stuff, and just going fucking mad. And I'd say, oh, I'm not paying the bills. He'd just lose the plot. We would all talk about money. It was all about money, and he would just bulldoze me into all this stuff, all this, you know, financial abuse. It's financial abuse. Why am I paying the bills in your property that you're now in, and I'm fucking trying to move on? Like, and it's like, I think he thinks I'm living like a fucking wonderful lifestyle when I'm not. Anyway, I go into this, I'm telling you that, the mind games, the manipulation, I don't know, I think I was vulnerable, you know, and then my confession, I just feel stupid. I feel stupid. I feel like I don't know how I got myself into this situation. So anyway, it's all come to a head. I'm not going to go into any detail about it. It's all amped up. So obviously I've been really silent over the last couple of weeks, yeah. It amped up basically. And I was scared. I was really scared. And the thing I think about it is the most, you know, like, there's like, I can't really explain the feeling, you know, like when you let someone into your life and they know about your history, as in, I grew up in a household with a lot of abuse, domestic, you know, my mum and my dad, obviously then the relationship with my mum, all of that kind of stuff, yeah. There's a lot of like, all of that, right? And then this man will do things to intimidate me and scare me and make me feel unsafe. But you know what my justification was? It can't be abuse. The financial, it's not abuse. You know why? Because he don't put his hands on me. Anyway, so I'm giving you a bit of insight into a lot of stuff, right? Now, one day I'll look back, because I know I will come to this actually. I'll come back. I'm diverting. Don't worry. There is a purpose to this. Yeah, there is a purpose. I'm not just fucking gonna offload all shit and then walk away. Oh, thanks guys. Thanks for listening to all my shit today. So it all come to a head, and as you can see, how do I say this? My background's different. I'm elsewhere. And I'm waiting to have somewhere permanent, if that makes sense, with the council, somewhere else. I'm saying that very cagily, yeah, because since the last 2 weeks where it all amped up, the family's been hounding me. They've been hounding me, like my ex-mother-in-law, they're all blocked, everyone's blocked, because I knew after the situation, I thought you're never going to get the chance to ever speak to me ever again. Not on my phone. Because now you're going to need to, because it's like all that, now you're going to need to give me the divorce that I want, that you're not giving me. We're in the process, you're going to give me the divorce that I want. But yeah, so it's just been a little bit up and down, and I feel stupid. I just feel stupid. I just feel so stupid. I don't know how my life got like this sometimes. And what I mean by that is the people you let in. Just think, after all those years, and I feel stupid for like trying to have this perception online of like this man. Oh, we were separated at the time, so why, you know, like this loyalty I had to this man, it's mind games, isn't it? Like the head fuck, you see the mind games. You think, why would you need to tell people that you're divorced? Because it was just cleaner. I just want to say we're divorced, it's clean, you know? And he's just like, I just wanted this man to go. Like, I just wanted it to be true. Like, let's just do it and move forward. And he won't do it. Anyway, the parallels of relationships. Now, I grew up, and I think this is one of the things, and I need to not do it. We need to not do it, yeah. When I grew up in all of this stuff with my family, and now that I'm estranged, right, I have this thing, and I think not even now, like in the last 12 years of me being on my healing journey, yeah, I try and be very, very like together, strong. I'm estranged. You're not going to take the piss out of me. You're not doing that to me. No, I want a message. I got a message, especially on here, fucking hell, you know, and all that kind of stuff. And then I just think, how stupid were you? How stupid were you, Nick, to allow this man to do that to you? And then I got to stop doing that. You know, that allow someone to do that to you. What a terrible, wicked way to say to yourself. I don't deserve the stuff that's happened to me. I don't deserve that stuff. Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. And when I first started, because I haven't it now, so I'm gonna just say it out loud, because I am being watched by my husband's family, and every time they watch me, I've made a note of it, because what I started to do is not feel safe even on my own social media channels, right? And I got some extra advice about like cyber stalking. So because what he's doing is he's making me, one, not feel safe, two, not want to come online and do the do and talk, three, it's like I have panic attacks, and I'm having panic attacks, and then I wake up and I see something. Last night I put a story up. Bang, I checked the story. I only started doing it recently, but I started checking the stories. Bang, my ex sister all in there. You're watched, like, I'm being watched, and I don't like it. So there's some stuff I'm doing in the background, obviously that I won't go into, but I'm making a note. I can see who watched, and all the analytics, and just in case, But anyway, I digress. So that's where I've been at, right? Let me just say it as is, right? Let me say it as is. I've been going for a really hard time with my ex-husband, who I'm divorced from yet, who's just wants to be really abusive to me. And yeah. I was gonna say, but he would tell you that he's the victim. Because sometimes I think this, I'm the problem. I've got to be the problem. Because time and time again, a lot of people have gone. So I prayed, right? And I'm going to move on from this in a minute. I've just moved the conversation elsewhere. But I prayed. So when I was in the thick of it, so I bought a house, we bought a house, we just got married, my mum walked me down the aisle, my sister, like loads of friends around. And I remember praying to God, and I was in the thick of it, thinking I was having this fucking breakdown, right? But what was happening to me is I had the wrong people around me fucking making my life really difficult. And I remember praying to God and asking God to remove anyone from my life who shouldn't be in my life anymore, right? And then God removed my mother, my sister, my husband, and all the friends I had. Literally every single friend that came to my wedding, I don't speak to a single soul anymore. And that is lucky, because listen to this, I'm going to tell you a little story. Funny enough, listen to this, So my best friend, right, we're friends again. We had little to do anyway. We're back, but she's like my sister, right? We never argued. We had this argument and it was like mad, and we made up, Now my best friend, she was also invited with someone else at the time. And then she got ill. So she got COVID. And she couldn't make it, right? And she never came. How fucking lucky, because I feel like she wasn't meant to come, because in the picture, do you know what I mean? It was like an omen, do you know what I mean? So all these people that came to the wedding, like none of these people are actually, like, I don't know. There's like a picture of all these people, right? None of these people are in our lives or my life anymore. Every single one of them's gone. Literally every single one of them. Every single person that's in this picture has gone. How mad is that? That's fucking mad. Like, I don't even have friends from our wedding that I'm still in touch with. God remove every single one of them, because it was all, I remember praying to God and saying, God, please remove all these people from my life if they're not meant to be in it. And then they just went. I moved away, and things happened. But they're all gone. And it was the best thing that ever happened to me. I mean, I'm crying now and all this stuff, and my ex-husband and my mum, I cry about, I'll come online tonight and I get really upset, and I'm like, I feel sad, and all of this stuff, I feel sad, I feel like I'm really struggling, this, that and the third, The best thing that's ever happened to me is that when I ask God to remove people from my life, he does it with full authority, and he's like, these people aren't, like that. What's the saying? Like, God removed those people because he heard conversations that you never heard, like the way people talked about you, basically. And he was like, nah, you're gone. And then, because what happened is, so I got married 2021, all those people, not long after that, 2023, I was fucking having a breakdown. Not long after that, they all went cut. And then obviously 2024, 2025, I started social media, bang, and my life started to flourish. And now I know I'm in a pattern of limbo, like in terms of life, feeling settled, like housing, right? But it's okay, like, it's all right. Do you know what I mean? Like, life is okay. Now that, you probably think, that's mad. I was just crying about 5 minutes ago, you know, and now I'm like, life is okay, guys. Moving into the fucking upbeatness though. Look at my skin. You know what? I've been doing my skincare routine. Where the fuck is it? Oh, right, so Drunk Elephant, yeah. So my skin was really bad. I've been doing my skincare routine again. I bought a little miniature one for now. Sort myself out. I'm fucking broke. I'm a brokey, man. I need to come back to doing work because I'm fucking... Anyway, long story short, right. But so it's making my skin feel a lot better. I just need to put some makeup on. But anyway, Hope. I'm like, the one thing about me, yeah, is I just told you all of that stuff, right? My ex, abuse, like I've got those. So on tomorrow, I'll give you an update in the collective tomorrow. In the collective, because it's behind a paywall, right? So in the collective, I'll give you a full update about what I'm doing tomorrow. I'll let you all know, yeah. So if you want to know, come join. But otherwise, because I've got to keep it private, if that makes sense. Anyway, because it's like, if I feel like that makes sense to everyone, if you understand what I'm talking about with like abuse and stuff like that. Anyway, but anyway, I'm talking about this. Like, I was just talking about all that heaviness for about fucking 15-20 minutes, right? And I was saying all this stuff, and the reason why I think sometimes God's like, Nick, you still got to come on and use your voice, yeah, is because I don't even say it for show, right? Like this, you can tell, this is who I am. I'm not pretending. I ain't got nothing to pretend about. Like, look where I ain't got nothing to hide. I'm just fucking about doing my makeup. I ain't got nothing to hide, yeah? That's all like, I'm telling you the story. I'm telling you what's going on for me, being my honest self. On the flip side of that though, right, is I went out for coffee with someone yesterday, yeah, not a date, just a girl I met. Fucking hell, I'll tell you about that later. But a girl I met, right, and we were talking about, she was asking me all these questions and I was telling her all this stuff. And then I said to her in the coffee, I said, you know what though? She said, I said, I know I'm gonna be all right. She said, why? I said, I have 100% faith that everything's gonna be okay. 100% faith. Look at me as I say it to you, 100% faith, like that is gonna be all right. So I know, like, there's no giving up. There's no falling back down. Okay, I have panic disorder, mental health issues. I've got fucking beta blockers here, man. My beta blockers, propranolol. Look, do you know what I mean? I've fucking been taking loads of. Anyway, I say loads of. I take them twice a day, yeah. Like my beta blockers for the panic, all this kind of stuff, yeah. You know what? I know it's gonna be okay, and I'm not saying that from like a deluded place. So everything that's ever happened to me in my life, yeah, gives you, it's like data, right? So the data of how my life has been and how I've coped and how no matter what, everything's been okay. No matter what, everything's okay. No matter what, everything's okay. No matter what, everything's okay, right? And I say no matter what, it's like in the darkness, I will get pulled out or the darkness is there, and then all of a sudden you'll look back one day, and hindsight's a wonderful thing. That's why they say the saying, hindsight's a wonderful thing, because then you'll look back and you're like, oh my gosh, it got better. And you know how many times I've looked back and thought, oh my gosh, it got better over the 12 years. Countless times. And I know, and I think one of the hardest times I went through, obviously in 2023, 2024, and I remember it being the darkest time, I probably think of my life, and I wanted to end it. I really wanted to end it. I didn't want to be here anymore. And I remember thinking, I'm gonna end it. Yeah, I'm gonna end it. And I didn't, and it got better. Around today to tell the story, because when I thought I was going to end it, yeah, listen to this, I thought, right, I'm going to end it, and then God was like, oh, you're going to use your voice for something, and I was like, oh fuck, I don't think it's if I say, you want to use your voice, so like the pain you're going through, you're going to end up using it to help others. And I thought, that is insane. And now look, 70,000 followers later, I need to try and get to 100k. But anyway, I need to try and like goals set, basically. I did get this up for a reason. Remember I was going to talk about, I can't remember if it was on this recording. I don't think it was this recording, actually. The Goat Bible, it was going to be on my vision board. I was going to talk about, I was like, a few weeks ago, we were just talking about vision boards and success and having goals and all of that kind of stuff, yeah? And I still have all of that stuff, yeah? Let me just look it up. All of like the goals that I want to achieve, that hasn't changed. So like all the stuff that I look at on my God's board 2024, it's like, it's coming, you know, like it's about like, there's a lot of like And I think this is the bit at the minute, because I was looking at my God board and I know there's a lot of housing on there, like, you know, housing, finances, you know, all of this, finances, own house, you know, like, God always has a plan, you know, like, there's a lot of stuff on here. There's a lot of, like, cars and things like that, and, you know, but that's the stuff. I mean, okay, we can do this. We can do this. We can do this. I'm telling you. We can do this. It's a really fucking good thing to watch, this podcast. Watch it from start to finish. I think I'm going to have to, like, this episode, doing this episode, up, down, back up again, down. You know, like, okay, cool, it's only been 3 months. It's not long, babes. And let me tell you, it's going to be all right. I'm telling myself that, but I'm telling you that. Now, as a person, as a woman, what am I talking about? Sometimes I fucking start talking and I think, what the fuck are you yapping on about, Nick? As someone who's online, I don't even know what, as a person, sometimes I listen to myself and I think, shut up. Anyway, I come online to talk to people, help people, inspire people maybe, be myself, not be anyone else, don't pretend. And also, it really taps into me not wanting to be perfect, like there's perfectionism. I want to show up online. We've already experienced it with even some of the stuff, do you know what I mean? And me trying to be like, even my perfect separation, how mad is that? How mad, that's insane, isn't it? That's literally categorically insane behaviour. Like, why the fuck am I trying to look like I've got a perfect amicable separation? But I say that, the mind games, it's mind games, do you know what I mean? Anyway, that's my life update. I hope everyone's okay. And I'm still here. So that's the thing. Like, life is hard. Life's always hard. And the reason why I haven't come live, just in case anyone's wondering, is just because I'm really unsettled with where I am. But hopefully in the next, you know, it's been up, but just moving around and stuff. It's been a bit difficult, that's why. And I'll be back on soon. But, oh, excuse me, oh my God. I'm still here, I'm still doing the do, I'm still showing up, I'm still talking, I'm still, you know, prayer. I went to the park. Oh my God, I gotta tell you this story quickly. Oh my God. Oh my God, listen to this. Oh my God. Anyway, let me just go back. I'm still here, I'm still doing the do, I'm still showing up, I'm never gonna give up. So you see this situation right here, right now, the domestic abuse, you know, the stuff with, I've also got the stuff with my mum in the background. Oh my God. I've been doing that stuff with my mother, the legal stuff with my mother as well. So I've not only had the legal stuff with my mum that I can't talk about legally, I can't talk about, it's the legal stuff with my mum, yeah? If anyone knows, there's a couple of videos on Insta, right? And then obviously the legal stuff now with my ex, so I've had a lot of legal shit going on. I still manage to laugh every now and again. Do you know what I mean? I feel okay. What am I going to do today? I'm going to go outside. Are you going to go outside? I'm going to go outside. I'm going to go for a coffee. I'm going to go do some work. And it's going to be all right. I'm telling you right here, right now, yeah, we will look back at this. I'm going to I've got to start clipping some of this stuff and showing you that I survived. Because there's no reason that I wouldn't survive this. My head. But I have people who I can talk to. I have my social media that keeps me going. You guys keep me going. I miss going live though, I miss going live. You do keep me going though. It feels like a very wayward, all over the place live podcast today, but sometimes it's nice. We're not polished, so it's okay. Do you know what I mean? Thank you to everyone who tunes in as well, because you're my, like, obviously my loyal, you're so loyal to me, and sometimes I feel like I don't deserve it. I was going to stop myself from saying that there, but I'm just going to say it out loud and we get rid of it. Like, I don't deserve the loyalty. Fucking hell. Oh, I don't have it. Right. So what had happened is I went to pray on Friday, I think. Yeah. Right? I went to go pray. So I was like, this. I was in a really dark place, trying to understand what my next step should be, like what I need to do to sort myself out. And right, sometimes also, yeah, you know, when the shit hits the fan, it's like, all right, come, we got to do some stuff. Like, I can't just sit back. I'm sad and I'm crying and oh my God, I don't know what to do. Like, we got to do some stuff. Like, we got to get like a fucking house in order. You got to start, and that's the thing. Like, I think that's part of the mindset thing. Like, where push comes to shove. Like, and also I'm very, very reliant on myself, especially now. I would never rely on another person ever again. I'm very reliant. You got to do some stuff. I tell myself, come, you got to do some stuff. So I went to the park to try and get my head together and work out like my next steps around legal, what I need to do, this, that, different filing things, all this kind of stuff, yeah. And but I thought I'm going to go to the park. Obviously, as I say, I'm a Christian woman. But the reason why I sat and prayed is because I just needed a little bit of grounding. Now, I don't know what you do in the thick of the struggles, right? But we need to ground ourselves. Like, you need to ground yourself. And mine is through prayer, going quiet, a lot of that, reading the Bible, going to the gym. I used to do yoga a long time ago. I don't do yoga anymore. Going to the gym. Sometimes I do write. Sometimes I even just do offload into ChatGPT, yeah. And I know that's like a thing, but like I've got so many different like, look at all of these like things that I've got, because I'm offloading all the time. I'm just, I've got chat, get this out. I go to therapy, get this out. I write fucking notes after notes, yeah. I write things down all the time because, again, like I need to keep it going, write stuff down. I'm not just saying it for effect, yeah. I need to fucking do some stuff, yeah. So this is the thing, right? When it's all coming to a head, there are two ways, you know, like flight or fight, right? And I have to try and like do some stuff. I have to try and make sense and get my head together. Let's do some stuff. Anyway, I went to the park. I'm telling you, the story's taking ages. Right, went to the park, went to pray, sat on a bench, I was like, and okay, this is the only way I can say it, so you just have to just listen to it, yeah? I was walking through the park and I was like, I need to sit on this bench right here. I don't know why. I was just like, I had this thought, I need to sit on this bench right here. So I sit on the bench, yeah. Then I'm reading the Bible and I'm listening to worship music, and I was like praying basically. I had my headphones in and I was just sat, with my head down, just praying. So the bench is here and I was just sat like on the side of the bench, just put my legs up and just prayer. And I was sat there for about an hour praying and listening and just, I say praying and listening. I wasn't really, I was just kind of being like, God, I don't really know what to do. I don't know why I'm here where I am. I don't know why I'm here. I don't know what's happening. And I feel like I have made a massive mistake. And I just don't know what to do. Like, I don't know what to do here. I have no idea. So I'm praying. Then all of a sudden it gets really noisy where I am. And so, let me just disclaim this quickly. So when I pray, I have these visions in my mind. It's almost like a story, like a cartoony story, maybe. That's the way I describe it for someone, called vision pictures, right? And I get these stories and I can vision it in my mind and I see all these different things. And sometimes God's trying to tell me something. I don't know what it is. And it could be, at the time, it could be really relevant, or it could be for later. So I used to get this vision of this, like, we used to say it was a mountain, but it was more like a hill, like this hill and this tree, and like God would tell me to climb up, like we're gonna get to the top of this tree, and it's the thing, it's like, so I just keep pushing, and like I'm gonna be like, I suppose, doing the right thing and getting to the top, and he's gonna help me get to the top. And I had this very specific picture. I can't even tell, it was just very specific, the trees. And I want to say mountain because it wasn't. I was just be like, that's the mountain. I'll come back to that, right? Anyway, so I'm on the bench praying, and all these people are fucking coming next to me. There's kids and it's loud, and I thought, oh, shut up. Anyway, so I had to stop praying, and I was like, anyway, so I stopped praying because I thought you was all fucking ruining it. As I fucking, then I'm like, I sit on the bench properly, I turn opposite, and I see the picture that I had in my mind. I had the bang on picture. I know that sounds mad, but I had this, and it was a hill. So I was like, oh, it's a fucking little hill, man. It's not a mountain. It's a little fucking, so this little, like, it looks just like this little hill and this tree. So I was like trying to work out. I was in the vision when I had a long time ago where I was like, God was telling me that I need to get to the top. And when I get to the top, it's like I'm going to be successful and all of this stuff. And I was like, okay, you know, trying to make this story fit. Anyway, and I probably want to say it was a good couple of years ago, maybe, right? I've had this picture, and it kept coming to me. It's the place that I was looking opposite. And I know that sounds mad. I was literally looking at this hill and the tree and then this other tree beside it. I took a picture. That's what I was trying to show you. It's not on here, but what I will do is I will upload the picture here. Yeah, I could do that. I'll upload the picture here. I'll upload the picture here, right? So this is the vision that I see in my mind like 2 years ago. And I was obviously, when I was praying, I was in prayer for like an hour, and I was saying to God, God, please, I don't know if this is the right thing where I am. I don't know if this is right. Am I in the right place? I feel fucking stupid. I feel at a loss. What is happening to me? And obviously these people came in, and as I turned, and obviously like the bench, the picture, I've seen this thing in my mind too. I've never seen it before. I've never been to this park before. I've never been here before. I don't know anything about it. And I was like, that's the picture. And I felt like it was like the confirmation of you're in the right place, right time. Right place, right time. Don't worry, it's gonna be all right. And I took the picture, I just bang. I was like, fucking hell, bang, look at this on Friday. And I was like, shit. Yeah. And it was amazing. That was my confirmation of like, yeah, right place, right time. It's all right, don't worry. Do not worry. Do not worry. You know, it says do not fear, like 365 days in the Bible, because every day you're not meant to fear. Some days I do. Every day I do. I take beta blockers, man. I've got anxiety. Of course I fucking have fear. But I have a combative faith, or a combative mindset, a combative fight in me, a resilience, a strength, where I'm like, you're never gonna keep me down. You know, when I say it's gonna get better, I look for signs that it's gonna get better. I say it out loud, watch, because I keep saying it, you know, like, watch this happen. You have to, in order to see the change, you have to follow the journey, right? Like, it's not gonna change overnight. You see, like my journey, it's like real life stuff. Like, follow the journey. It's not gonna change, but all of a sudden we keep plodding on. Like, you know, put one foot in front of the other, I've got to go. And then, like I say, we will have an episode, yeah? Hindsight is a wonderful thing, right? Don't know when the episode will be, but we will have episode, whatever number it is, and it'll be hindsight is a wonderful thing. And then we're gonna talk about it. It could be next week. It could be in a year's time. Who knows? But I'm still doing the do. You know why? Because I'm so fucking strong, babes. And you know what? You know what? For the people that are listening, so are you. So are you. If I can fucking do fucking what I'm living through, babes, and still continuing, so can you. Do you understand? If I can do and live through the things that I've lived through, the abuse of like my ex-husband, the abuse of my own family in my childhood, the abusive mother I have, the fucking horrible people I've had around me, the mental health breakdowns, the suicidal thoughts, the not wanting to be here anymore, drug and alcohol addiction, agoraphobia, not being able to leave my house, leaving jobs, all of this stuff that has taken its toll on me, yeah, right? And I've still managed to survive. If I can do it, so can you. I hope you can tell yourself that. I hope you watch me and think, oh yeah, I can do this. I really hope you do, because I say this every day, I'm no one special. Me coming on here, I'm no one special, we're the same. I'm not better than you, I'm not worse, we're equals. We're the same, yeah? If I can do it, so can you. If I can live life and persevere whilst life is kicking my ass, so can you. We don't give up over here. We do not give up over here. We do not give up whatsoever. We have 100% faith that it's all going to be all right. Yeah, it will get better, and you're going to watch it get better as we go through, and then we're going to have the episode, and you're all going to start commenting as well. And it's going to be, hindsight is a wonderful thing. It could be when we get 100,000 followers. Who knows? We're going to have the episode, hindsight's a wonderful thing. Anyway, thank you for listening to me. That was a long episode. I wasn't expecting that. I weren't expecting that at all, really. I was just expecting, I don't even know what I was expecting to come on. I was also expecting, you know what? I bought my fucking makeup bag to do my makeup and shit. Completely forgotten. Anyway, I'm going to go out in a minute and just get my life together. I say get my life together, I've got to do some paperwork. I'm fucking, you know what else I'm sick of? Fucking paperwork. And this, and then I get an email and you've got this code to use and I've got that code to use, and I need to, oh, what about that email that I had for this thing that I'm doing, and what about that email? And then I'm on the phone. Yesterday I was on the phone for 2 hours. 2 hours on a Saturday trying to sort something out. It's going to be all right. Remember, if I can do this, yeah, so can you. Whatever's going on in your life today, whatever struggles you've got, yeah, you're more than capable of pushing through. You've survived 100% of your bad days so far. I love that quote. And it's true, we survived 100% of our bad days. Look at us now. And then as we keep going through, we're thriving. Remember that, yeah? Remember how much you've survived and what you've done, yeah? To keep you here. Anyway, I love you guys. Thanks for listening to me, yeah? Thanks for listening. I hope I might have given you a little bit of hope. I may have, I may not have. Who knows? But stay tuned. Hindsight's wonderful things coming, yeah? Love ya. Welcome to becoming the GOAT. This is what we're going to do. We keep persevering until we become the GOAT. Love ya. Take care. See you next week.